Hello. Today, I want to talk to you or share with you tips on how to secure your financial future. I'll touch briefly on goals we need to set, but more importantly, we will touch on getting a personal action plan for improving your financial wellness. So let's get started. Securing your financial future. The first thing we want to do is have a set of goals. We want to be able to plan. In other words, open a savings account where you can have money automatically deposited into your account. Secondly, try to create an investment that plan to help reach your goals faster. You can reach out to a financial advisor in this case. Talk about savings. Savings, you do have to determine how much you're going to save and how much you can afford to save. For once you get started, you want to think about multiple areas to invest your money in. You don't want to just put your money in one particular area. And lastly, you want to examine. When that means just to be aware of the different tax restrictions that like investment products like 401ks and IRAs may have. So once you set your goal, now you're ready to begin a financial checkup. So how do we get started? The first thing we want to do is to consider the basics. Always consider the basics. Let's start by saying again, if we can have extra money to save, are we able to have a little extra, or do we earn more than we spend? That's a checkup that you want to consider. Next, consider the retirement plans. One key to a successful retirement is making the most of any workplace savings plan opportunity. If that company is matching dollar for dollar, you certainly want to take advantage of that. You want to consider your cash cushion. One of your first saving goals should be to set aside enough money to cover unexpected bills that might take your finances off course. A dishwasher may break down, or a car, you need automobile repairs, etc. So have enough cash cushion to build your financial plan. Secondly, you want to consider credit cards. Credit cards can make sense for certain purchases, but keep in mind any interest you pay eats into potential savings. So be aware of your credit card debt. Once you consider all of the basics, then you want to start building savings. For instance, you want to make sure that you have enough emergency fund. It's vital to earmark enough money for emergencies. You may lose your job, and you'll have to be able to cover your needs at least for 3 to 6 months. Secondly, you want to build savings on reducing your debt. When paying down debt, you want to focus first on debt that can damage your finances the most, like high interest debts. And we talked about credit cards. So be cognizant of your credit card spending. The last building savings that I want to present to you is retirement savings. Saving an appropriate amount for retirement, it cannot be guesswork. You must know what you want to save. The rule of thumb is most people recommend 15% of your pay in a tax advantage account like 401k or an IRA account. So once you figure out the basics, once you consider how you're going to save and build your savings, then you can begin to manage and grow your wealth. How do we do this? There's two things that we want to consider in this area, and that's one is prioritizing your goals. Saving and having multiple goals, it can feel overwhelming. You may want to save for grad school or college for your kids or home, but you have to prioritize all of that. And lastly, you want an investment strategy. You want your goals. Having goals can be very dramatic So you want to make sure that you have enough money and how much money you have to work with, and you have to save an appropriate amount. But once you do all of that, then in this particular financial checkup, you can take 5 minutes out of your time to examine your financial position and use these points to keep with you and to keep yourself on track, that you may secure a better financial future, not only for you, but for your family. Are there any questions? All right. If no questions, I want to thank you for your time.